Hello everyone. Today we're gonna take a look at the prompt engineering best practices. So we're gonna cover basically what is the prompt, prompt design strategies, methods in prompting, prompt control outputs, prompt reduce repetition, and design prompts. So design strategies and how to design the prompts for your desired output is what the major topic. This one, I've used Copilot. Microsoft's Copilot is an example to go through these. You can also try it out with ChatGPT or any other bot, or Google's and Amazon's, anything. Okay, so what is prompt engineering? Why is prompt engineering is important? How the evolution of prompt engineering happened in AI? These are all some of the things we'll talk first. Prompt engineering. Prompt is nothing but a clear instruction for better output. Okay, so you have an expected output, you have something in that in mind, and you want to uh, get that by giving a proper instruction, right? So you talk to someone, anybody, if your instructions are not clear, they're not going to understand what you're talking about, right? This is the same thing with AI as well. So you need to tell the AI in a precise manner, in a clear manner, and the instruction should be very detailed, probably, okay, so that the AI has the capability to understand what you are expecting, and it can come up with answers relevant to that. um, so your input, probably, there is some limitations on the length, and you can go with the tone, like I'm very aggressive, I'm very calm, I'm very soft, all those stuffs you can put it in the tone. And you set a context, there should be some um, context, or the points that you want to be dealing with. And then the format. So what kind of format you want? Do you want this to be a very um, official or casual? All those stuffs can be taken care in it. So this goes into the AI model as an instruction, and the AI model can produce either the image or a code or a text. So I'm gonna explain you all these things, how you can get that out of AI. So why is prompt engineering important? So first and foremost, to enhance the results. The precise prompts lead to a better AI system outputs. The more and more clear the instruction is, the more and more response is clear. Okay, if you want something from AI, that is, I'm gonna demoing you a lot of demo. I mean, I'm gonna give you a lot of demos, sorry, and then you can able to understand what is the precise that I'm talking about. And controlling AI characteristics. Well constructed prompts influence the model behavior. Okay, and then assisting with the difficult tasks, specifying complex queries. Okay, simplify the complex queries. And then it can help to do some enabling advanced functionalities. Like, you can't do it as a man. It would take probably 3 days for you to do it, but with the small instruction of the repeated tasks, the AI can complete it in minutes. Okay, so the advanced functionalities can be done, enhancing user interactions, smooth interactions, interactions with the context aware responses, and ensuring result relevant. Okay, your result should be relevant to uh, what you are expecting, right? So the framing the prompts appropriately aligns with user intent. All right, so how the evolution of the prompt engineering in AI happened. So this is something, it's just a history. I'm not going to deal much into it because we are already in an advanced AI world, and it's going to be more advanced from what we are right now. So the earlier AI, like in 19 if you take 1970s, 80s, there are chess game that was the computers play chess, right? So there were some programs that is being inbuilt to it, and the computer got the intelligence to make a moves according to the moves that is done by the human, right? So that the chess is one of the games that in the early AIs with based on the command. So if this is moving from here to here, then you do the calculation based on so many parameters and come up with the best move for the AI to do it. So those were all the earlier AI, and the machine learning came into play, that you make a machine to understand, train the machine from the data, you input the data, and then ask the machine to understand from the data what is the what's in the situation and what is the response that it has to do. Those are all the things the machine learning world came into play. Now in an advanced world where large language models large language models prompt. So the large language models are like, it can create its own content. It's not just from the training data. From the training data, it can create its own content. So basically it would create stuffs that a human can't invent within milliseconds. So let's come back to the prompt engineering. So introduction to design strategies, let's talk about it, and then compare the various strategies that's available. Instruction prompt, basically the introduction. As part of introduction design strategies, let me tell you that instruction prompt, question prompt, context setting prompt, these are all some of the design prompts, okay, design strategies. So instruction prompt is, you ask a specific instruction directly. Write about this, write an essay about something. Write an essay about, write a short note about what's the benefits of having water daily, right? If you put just the words, you're asking something in a command way, it will do it. Question prompt is nothing but it's a similar, what is a plus b whole square equal to. It's a ask very simple question and it will give you the answer. Context setting is nothing but you can ask the AI to act like somebody. Like you can say that you are a chess coach, or you are a teacher, or you are a doctor, and the moment you say the context, then the AI would start thinking like, I'm a doctor and I know these stuffs. It's not gonna be like an engineer's response. It's gonna be a pure doctor. How the doctor is gonna reply back to you, that's the way it is gonna be. So that is what is the context setting prompt. And I'll give you some tips about how you can be better in it. We'll show you a lot of demos so that you will understand that what I'm talking about. So prompt design basically shapes AI's model's output. Its own strength. It has its own strength and limitations. The major limitations are like, sometimes it would repeat whatever it's saying. Even though you tweak your prompts, it still come back with the same responses because it has so much of data. Okay, it can't go beyond that. But the datas are now enormous because after the cloud engineering is come into play, everybody have access to lots of data available in social media. There are so much of videos, there are so much of images, but still it's limited sometimes. So you give a task, you ask something AI to do, and the AI model understands the ask, and it acts on it, and it produces the expected output. So this is how the prompt design is. So explicitly state what you want is explicit instruction, and the question formation is asking the question as a task, and then context setting is you want the model to perform an activity. So let's dive into some demos. Okay, so explicit instruction, question formulation, and context setting learn. Okay, so write a short description about benefits of swimming. Okay, so let's go to Edge. Come on, Edge. Yeah, thank you. Let's go to, what is that called? Yeah, Bing/chat. Okay, now let's ask this question. Write a short description about benefits of swimming. Okay, so this is an explicit instruction you are prompting. So it's coming up with a, let it come back, with and provide full body workout, arms, leg, blah 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 blah, strengths. So many things that it is doing, right? So let's go back here. So that is an example of explicit instruction. So you can also say that, write an essay about Abraham Lincoln, write an essay about the history of US, write an essay about, how Canada country was formed. There's so many things you can explicitly instruct to the chat GPT or the Copilot. And the next one is question formulation. What are the benefits of not having Coke or Pepsi? Okay, so I'm going to stop this one for the time being. What are the benefits of not having Coke or Pepsi? So what are the benefits? So you're asking the question directly, how it's going to be impact to our health. So reduced sugar intake, nice. Soft drinks, high sugar, better dental health. Look at it. So the sugar and acid soft drinks, avoiding, better, and the lower risk of diabetics. Okay, think about it. Then context settings. So you can, I'm going to stop this one. Okay, so you can say that you are a coach of chess. Give me suggestions to improve my learning. Something like that. Please advise on how to improve my learning. I put it in a different way. Let's see. So studying openings, analyze your game. So this becomes a chess personality, right? So I'm gonna stop it. Excuse me. So that's context setting. You can say that, you are a doctor, you are an engineer, you are a vakil, you are a lawyer, whatever. So the tips, crisp and clear words, it's very important. Okay, instruct explicitly to avoid confusions, to the point communicate it, avoid unnecessary details. Okay, so if you start giving some information that is not relevant, or if you are confused, you will not get the expected answers. Tweak and try different ways to get desired output. Okay, so you need to tweak a little bit about, if you don't like the output, then you can ask, eliminate this part, eliminate that part, it can put it in those way. So you can give it with the direct commands, guiding responses. Precision matters a lot. Provide step-by-step instructions in bullet point to cook dosa, that's an example. And then design simple workout for beginners, create weekly diet plan. These are all some prompting by instruction. Okay, and then prompting by example is something like this. You give an example like, English in English, hello, in Tamil, which is a South Indian language, which is a very very old language. In fact, you call vanakkam. And then in English, good morning. What is that in Tamil? You just put it with a question mark. Let's see how it is going to react. So you say, you are telling that this is what you should respond. Okay, in Tamil, good morning. Oh my gosh, it says Kale Vanakkam in exactly written in Tamil. So it is writing in Tamil. That's great. Okay, now let's put it this way, right? Let's try to confuse this guy. Okay, 3 plus 1 equal to 5. What is 6 plus 1 equal to? So you say 3 plus 1 is equal to 5. In the pattern, it understands the pattern. It seems like you are adding 2 to the sum. So 3 plus 1 is this is 6 plus 1 is 9. I don't know why it says 7. I expected the answer to be 8. Should so let's ask, should not be the answer 8? Let's see what it is saying. Okay, thank you. So it got confused by itself. All right. So this is how it matters. Like, even if you try to confuse me, it does some wrong things. So let's say 6 plus 1 equal to 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. 6 plus 2 equal to 9. 6 plus 3 equal to um, 11. What is 6 plus 4 equal to? Okay, so this is happening pretty nice. Okay, so that's how it should be. So it can understand based on the example that you provide some examples, and then it understands the pattern and it come up with an answer to it. So it can also come up with the tones. Okay, so assume like a basic let me come back to the a demo part quickly. Before that, let's finish this basics of output control. So controlling the output of an AI model is known as output control. Wow, that's so simple, right? Controlling the output of an AI model is known as output control. Very good. Consider content, context, format, length, style, tone, all those things. You should consider all that to get the desired outputs on the from the prompts. Better output control improves AI's ability to personalize the responses, understand the model's prompt types for efficient output control. Okay, so so basically you can control the verbosity, you can control the tone. Verbosity in the sense you can put it in a one word, like for example, can you correct the grammatical mistakes in the following statement? Okay, so this is how I should give, and then I have to provide the entire thing, right? Instead, let me ask in one word, how can or in one word, how to say. Okay, so in one word I want one word, so proofread, that's it. Proofread, right? So proofread, welcome, I will go to Madurai yesterday, and I met someone tomorrow there. So it's completely, welcome, I went to Madurai yesterday and I will meet someone there tomorrow. So it is a future event, but it says met, and then it also corrected I will, instead of I will go, it said I went. So it is correcting the grammatical errors in it. Okay, so you can say in shop, can you create a story? It can go very creative. Can you create a story about Taylor Swift becoming a basketball player? So I didn't say who's the Taylor Swift. Let's see if it can pick up. Yes, renowned software. So it understood who's. So it can able to identify the characters. Okay, so it's gonna be like it's coming up with its own story. You can read about this by prompting by yourself. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just trying to let you know that you can put it in a paragraph, you can briefly explain, you can provide detailed analysis. All those things are to control the verbosity basically, and what are the tones that is available, like formal, casual, humorous. So let's assume that. So okay, stop. Let's assume that I'm a teacher, and my students have not completed the homework uh, on time. They keep repeating it. I want to tell them in a humorous way and make them to do the homework. Let's see what it is doing. So in a humorous way, it's a tone. So it's all right, class. I have noticed a strange phenomenon. It seems our homework has developed an allergy to punctuality. It keeps showing up late. Oh, and sometimes not at all. Now I have spoken to the homework health department. And they have assured me that this condition completely curable. The treatment is simple. All it needs is a little bit of your time each day, preferably not right before it's due. So it's pretty nice, definitely. Okay, let's ask in a different way. Can it be more better? So it's going very slow. Maybe it's okay. So I'm gonna tell it in a different way. Can this be more strict way? So I didn't say anything. I already have given the context, right? So it's going to continue the context. That's the beauty of this. So now it's in a strict manner. How do you want to say that? So it is basically changing the mood according to you can try with humorous, you can put it in a polite, can I be more polite way, can I be more casual way, or sometimes you can even ask as if like how can you explain to a 5-year-old about what is earth is, how it is rotating itself. There are so many things that you like a friend, can you be my girlfriend and tell me some good tips to encourage me. It can do. There are sometimes it does repeat. You can't get the desired output. It keeps repeating the steps, which sometimes you can avoid by tweaking the prompts. You can put it in a different way. You try to eliminate. So there are so many ways that you can come up with to get the desired output from there. And customizing the prompts for various tasks. So you can summarize the tasks. You can ask to summarize the following paragraph. You can ask question and answering, and then you can sentiment analysis, like what's the kind of sentiment it is. Is it a bad note or a good note or a sad note or a happy note? You can do the analysis based on the context, and you can do translations, like from Tamil to English to Spanish, Spanish to German. All those translations are possible. Even I think now, um, you can record your audio, and there is some I saw somewhere that that recording can be done in a different language, but in your same voice. So right now I'm doing it in English. The same whatever I have spoken can be translated into Spanish. I don't have to know Spanish, but it's as if like I am talking Spanish. So that is possible. That's quite possible, and it's happening very pretty fast. The world is moving very fast. Anyway, named entity recognition, that's what I said about Taylor Swift. I just said Taylor Swift. It's automatically picked up from Nashville, and it came up with its own ideas from there, and that's the creative writing about it. All right, so we are at the end of the course or the demos. So I hope you understood what's prompt engineering. So basically prompting is nothing but you are asking the right questions at the right time, at the right place, all those stuffs. Okay, the right, clear, concise, clarity, precision, all those stuffs are prompt. And the more and more you are doing it beautifully, you are in engineering world. So engineers are making the world more beautiful. The creator itself is an engineer, right? He created the world, he created the universe. It's beautiful. So the more and more you do the prompts beautifully, you are good in prompt engineering. So we covered the prompt design strategies, we covered the prompting methods. So design strategies, I said, like, instructions, and you can ask questions, you can put the context, and there are various commands available, so you can control the model output based on the prompts. You can say shorten it in one word, in within this tone, can you be more strict? All those things are all controlling the output with prompts. Reducing repetitions and outputs is based on your tweaking ways. And then designing prompts for difficult tasks, so you can, for example, there are some difficult, oh my gosh, it's still going, I don't want it. So some difficult task, like, you may have hundreds of lines, right? So what is hundreds of repetitive lines, for example? Let's go with this one. Okay, so wherever the comma and full stop comes, put bus. So I've just taken the note, and let's see how it's. So if you have to go and change this kind of tasks, then it's automatically putting wherever the comma and the bus, so it's putting bus there, right? So that's kind of one of the difficult tasks. I just came into my mind immediately, so I just gave that as a demo for you. So I hope I have given a lot of demos, a lot of information about this. So basically the prompt is nothing but communication. You communicate properly, you get the output properly. You communicate confusingly, you get the output also confusingly, right? You communicate decently, you get the communication back decently. So anyway, I tried my level best to become a poet, but ChatGPT or the Copilot is better poet than me. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. That's all from me.